next guest tonight is the very first African-American congresswoman to be elected from Massachusetts. She is also a member of the squad. Please welcome Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
As I said before, just for those people who haven't been paying attention, you are a member of the squad. Ayanna Pressley, Representative Ilhan Omar, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and Representative Rashida Tlaib. Obviously, the first question I have to ask, and any newsman, I'm not one, but a newsman would ask you this question. Who's more powerful, your squad or Taylor Swift's?
Obviously ours.
Yes. You have oversight capabilities.
We have oversight capabilities. Oh, Stephen, look what you made me do.
He made you, I put you in a conflict with Taylor Swift. That's what we media types like. We just like drama.
That's all right. That's all right.
Now, there has been an ongoing public drama between you four congresswomen, all freshmen, all women of color, and the President of the United States. What goes through your mind when you hear Donald Trump call you a racist?
Okay. That's rich.
Yes.
But, you know, in all seriousness, I don't call him what you just called him. I call him the occupant. He is just occupying space. I mean, we went from a president who sang Amazing Grace to one who displays zero of it. He does not honor the integrity or the responsibility or the empathy or the compassion. And so for that reason, I call him the occupant, not because I dishonor the office, but because he does. And so... Now, and I would say that
you're cruising for a tweet right now.
Okay, and I would say that this is a a predictable prompt from him, and a distraction from an administration that is corrupt and chaotic and calloused. And I do wanted to say that although I am so grateful for the solidarity that myself and my colleagues did receive in the wake of those hateful tweets, I did feel...
The House condemned him.
The House condemned him, but the support from our colleagues, although not all of them, but the support from our colleagues and our constituents and just the society writ large. However, I did feel like I was sitting in a place of privilege, that we were getting this kind of attention in the same week, and in fact on the same day that Eric Garner's family was denied justice. And so, as much as I am impacted, and it can be hurtful that there are hateful tweets, I'm much more focused on the impact beyond hateful rhetoric of hateful policies and the harm that that is causing the people that in this country and the residents of the Massachusetts 7th that I was delivered to Washington on a mandate to advocate for. So that's really what I'm focused on. It's a distraction, but I won't give short shrift to the fact that it does embolden really bad things and endanger people's lives. I think El Paso happened because of that kind of hateful and xenophobic and racist rhetoric.
Because it opens a door. It tacitly condones
Absolutely.
Racist.
It emboldens
if not,
and fans the flames of that. This is someone in the highest office of the land who should be embodying grace and dignity, and we should be a beacon of hope and refuge. We are losing our standing in the world because of the actions of the occupant of this White House, and that's why we can't afford 4 more years of him.
I agree. Are you in impeach? Are you in favor? Pardon my ignorance on this one. Are you in favor of pursuing articles of impeachment?
Absolutely. I mean, I didn't go to Congress to impeach a president. This is something that you enter into with great, really sobered about. But this is bigger than Donald Trump. I know that, they like to say that this is a partisan witch hunt, but this is bigger than him. This is about the office of the presidency. And this is about, for anyone that says we can wait, I think, they're not experiencing the real fear and fragility that people are living with every day. The people that I represent in the Massachusetts 7th, for many reasons, feel that fear and that fragility, and especially the fact that my district is 40% immigrant.
Well, let's
So
talk about what Ken
wait.
Cuccinelli announced yesterday, because as you said, 40% of your district are immigrants. Are they those rich ones that Trump wants to have in the country, or are the people sort of struggling to make a better life in the United States?
What you said.
Thank you very
the
much.
Last
Okay.
one. Yeah, the last part.
You say the immigration system now has been turned into something punitive instead of humanitarian. If you could change the immigration system, if you could just build it from scratch, what would be some of the tent posts of our system?
Yeah, well, first let me just say, as a black woman, I know what it is to show up in the world and to be criminalized simply for how you show up in the world. None of us get to decide where we're born in the world. And the fact that we are criminalizing asylum seekers when seeking asylum is a legal human right. We need a plan that centers and prioritizes the preservation of families, allowing them to settle into community while they're awaiting review of a case. I visited the border, and we know that 80% of those that are incarcerated or being detained have sponsors. And so they could be connected with those sponsors, the family members, settling in community and, again, awaiting review of their case. The other thing is we need to not pit or trade off TPS, DACA, asylum. These are mixed immigration status families of asylum seekers, of TPS holders, and DACA recipients. And so we need a system that is compassionate and humane and that works. Now, right now, the system is doing what it was designed to do, and that is to separate families and to decimate communities. And we've been here before. We were here at the auction blocks during slavery. We were here with indigenous people on reservations. We know that it is a very effective tool of oppression to separate families, and in particular to take a child from the arms of a mother. And it's just unconscionable. I'm still haunted by what I observed at the border. So this simply cannot stand, and the fact that this is occurring on American soil, and with the public charge ruling what was proposed or announced, this is yet another attack, and a strategic coordinated attack on the dehumanizing and criminalizing and the vilifying of immigrants.
Well, thank you so much for being here, Congresswoman.
Yeah, thank you.
Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley, everybody. We'll be right back with a performance by Goo Goo Dolls.